Hello, everyone, and welcome to a bonus episode of Cinemaniacs called Unboxed, our new segment where we review the best and worst Letterboxd reviews. Today's choice, we'll be talking about Companion, the film featured on our ordinary programming. So, Keanu, would you like to lead us off with the very first review called Beep Boop?
Kicking it right off, this is a review by username Nolan, who gave Companion 4.5 stars. And this is it here. Beep Boop is an absolutely diabolical pet name. 12,000 likes.
Okay, before we continue, this episode is full spoilers. You are now warned. Okay, spoiler warning done. Yes, Beep Boop is an absolutely diabolical pet name. If you know that the character is a robot and the robot doesn't know she's a robot, and you call her Beep Boop, is diabolical.
I don't think we touched on that specific thing, the nickname that he gives her, that he gives the robot. Like, it's weirdly
like chilling.
Yeah,
we should have brought that up in the podcast. That's a missed opportunity. God, no, you're giving me PTSD.
Oh, jeez.
All right, I have got the next review here. This is by Lucia. She's given it 4.5 stars with 1,200 likes. There's only one thing she can't do, and that is to select all images of traffic lights when filling an internet form.
That's a good one.
That's a good one.
That's really good.
And you know the funny thing about this one as well is that in the film she gets in the self-driving car, so we never know if she has the power to drive. That's actually really amusing. Oh my god.
Next review, we have got Chronically Online Boy Gets It. That is a review by Itasako, who gave it 3.5.
I think it's a little bit
No
harsh.
likes?
No likes. This was just one from the Letterboxd algorithm that gave us this. Surely Chronically Online Boy, are they talking about Jack Quaid or are they talking about Etsaka, the guy that wrote the review? I think this reviewer relates to this film on like a spiritual level. Clearly. Okay. Our next review. Oh, this is a good one. This is 4 stars from Haunted Hippie. This is your sign to leave him. Dump his sorry ass. Go.
Oh my god.
Oh, I've killed Keanu. Keanu, what are your thoughts on this review?
Wrong way. What do we got? 321 likes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, there's one thing that I think that has been like a recurring little theme across the reviews of this film. It's a lot of feminists seem to really like it for its vengeance-filled narrative for women.
I think that's valid, and also like if you look in the trailer, I'm pretty sure this is even the trailer. He gets dumped by his own robot, and that was like a really empowering part of the film.
Did we laugh for that moment? Like,
oh
that's
yeah, we
crazy.
laughed. I mean, like, imagine being that down bad that the robot that was designed to like you dumps you.
Yeah,
there's no coming back from that, mate. Like,
there's nothing past that.
No, that's literally it. That's it for you.
What have we got here? Heretic. Rashmika gave a very, very harsh half-a-star review.
Half a star, wow.
Yeah, and 6 people agree with 6 likes. This and Heretic in the same trash ballpark. Invalid.
That's invalid. Look,
Sorry,
I'm pretty outspoken on this. I really didn't enjoy Heretic. And you know what? I get the feeling that this reviewer just doesn't like Sophie Thatcher, considering she was the star of both the films. That's really harsh. Like, both films had a Rotten Tomatoes score over 90 and you're giving it half a star. That seems a little bit.
Let's get this one thing straight, all right? All right, people who give good films, objectively good films, half a star, your cynicism is not insightful, okay? All right,
Well
just because you give something, just because you bash something doesn't make you so, like, you know, intellectually superior to the rest of us, because you can see all the flaws where you're so critical about everything.
It's actually such a good point. One of my pet peeves is when people don't like something purely because other people think it's like good or popular. Like, that doesn't lessen the the creativity or the art of it. Like, just because other people think it's good, like, because it's too mainstream for you. Like, get over yourself. I'm sorry.
I'm guilty of this, but the only difference is I'm right.
It's only right when you do it. Of course. Oh, that's too funny. All right. Next. Oh, this is a good one. This one is by Free J Neil. We'll say Neil. So Neil here has given 3 stars, and he's got like a little Elmo for his profile picture, which is very funny. And the review is, "Shoo if he decided to be Homelander for one day." 662 likes.
Yeah.
you know what? I don't know if any of you guys have watched The Boys, but it's also another one of Jack Quaid's characters. And you know what? Just Huey woke up this morning for this movie and he chose violence. That's really all there is to it.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
How many likes did that one get? I imagine. Yeah.
662, yeah.
Pretty strong.
That's a good one.
We've got Jack Manifold, who you said is a YouTuber.
It is, yeah. He's a YouTuber. I don't know how this came up for us, but Jack Manifold, if you're out there, shout us out. God knows we need it.
Who gave Companion a good solid 3.5 stars.
Yeah.
And he says, incels are the bane of society. Bro, I swear to God.
I mean, isn't that the whole point of this film? Like, yeah, I think that's a valid critique. Yeah.
We mustn't make an environment that allows them to thrive, you know?
No, don't be so like sorry for yourself that like, oh,
I think offering an alternative to real women is the catalyst for these banes of society.
I'm not touching that one with a 10-foot pole, Keanu. Oh, this is a really long one I found. This one's a guy by Mr. Dinovich, and when I was reading this one the first time, I assume that this guy is like a bit tongue in cheek. Like I don't think he's being serious, but we'll read it out and you guys can decide for yourself. So he says some numbers at the start. Don't know what that's about. Terrible movie whose sole purpose is to spread anti-lovebot propaganda. F this trash. I'm out here working my off to donate 90% of my hard-earned income and life savings to the good people of the tech world so they can continue developing and progressing the overall quality of these innocent robots. Meanwhile, this uneducated show just comes along to set the industry back about 10 years. Surely this is sarcasm, right? Thanks to the unnecessary fear-mongering and unrealistic paranoid misinformation, our legal teams can now expect to be mired in endless bureaucratic procedures regarding excessive safety precautions for these actually very harmless, very non-violent, and much-needed love bots. I am, of course, primarily concerned for others needing them, seeing as how I am totally not planning to get one for myself. I
think he's joking.
Must be.
I think the ending sort of
gives it
hints
away.
at that, yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like very Trumpian. The fact that he goes, actually very harmless, very non-violent. Like, I don't know. I thought that was a clever one.
Totally not planning to get one myself.
He doesn't need it. Mr. Dinovich doesn't need it. All right, who's next?
Who have we got here? We have Camilla. Oh, Camilla gave it half a star.
Not good enough.
Harsh. And she says, why is a male robot with 100% intelligence smarter than a female robot with 100% intelligence? I don't think you can make that distinction because the events are different. Like, they have to respond to different situations, and how they respond isn't necessarily a marker for being smart.
I was going to say,
or dumb.
isn't the whole thing that both the robots were jailbroken anyway? So I don't think it's a really fair comparison. And also, if we're going at it even from a different thing, who won in the end? Like, I think Iris came off better than the other robot, right? Am I nuts?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This was just another thing that I noticed in a different review that I don't think I wrote this down. Is Iris meant to be what's the word for a jumbled up word for Siri? Surely, right?
Iris Siri.
It's the same. Like
maybe
I think that's intentional. Anyway, next review. Evan AC gave it 3 stars, 352 likes. Just in case, Stalin was born December 18th, 1878, and don't you forget it, Keanu.
Is this just in case you just stumble across a Russian guy's safe or something?
Safe full of money, some eccentric Russian guy that loves Stalin that much, But you know what? You never know. That might save your life. Remember
there
that,
you go, folks. Remember the date. Save the date.
Save the date. December 18th, 1878. Never forget. All right, Keanu, you're up.
Okay, here's one, which I'm not sure we should I like this one or should I not like? I don't know. But Steph,
are you a misogynist, Keanu? I don't think you're a misogynist.
I don't think so. No.
So I think you'll find
Steph says with a strong 4-star review. My fave genre: women killing misogynist men. Good for you, Iris. 500 likes, 518. That is.
Yeah, I think that's a fair cop.
It's
also,
yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that's a fair cop.
That's not us. That's not us. That's
no, that's not us. That's on the bad guys.
Fair enough, Steph.
What is this really long one by McGray? Oh yeah, I didn't like this review, but I thought it would be a good one to talk about. So he says, breaking news: the unthinkable has happened. Huey Campbell is no longer Jack Quaid's most insufferable character. A new contender has entered the ring, and somehow he's even worse. At its core, this film is just another robot movie, except this one carries an unsettling, almost SA-adjacent vibe that made it extra uncomfortable to sit through. But what really got me was the way Josh talks about Iris. This is a quote from the film. Josh is just like, it's your programming, and then you can read the rest of that for yourself. And then he goes, and that's what makes it so creepy. These bots don't even know they're bots, which means they can't consent. And yeah, it's fiction, but in other AI films like Megan or Subservience, the robots were at least aware of their purpose. Iris isn't. She doesn't get a choice. It's so unsettling that I don't even blame the character, I blame the writer. And I just know without even checking that it's some creepy little white dude who thought he was cooking. Now, what I have to say about this review is that they missed the point of the movie. The movie is not glorifying that the robot didn't know what their purpose was. The purpose is messed up, and that's what the film wants you to know. The film was not glorifying the purpose of the robot. Like, the fact that you're writing this review is proof, in my view, that the film succeeded. Well, I don't know. What do you think, Keanu?
Yeah, he does bring us some interesting points. I mean, that does add like a new layer of like unsettlement where the robot is not even self-aware in the way that it knows that its purpose, much like humans do. Like humans, we're on a pursuit to find our purpose, and having a robot, a man-made thing, have that characteristic is like, okay, we've gone that far with AI in this world.
Yeah,
that's pretty wild.
All I'm saying is that the film obviously caused this person to be like confronted by the premise, and I think that's absolutely the point.
Yeah.
I think, is that the last review? Yeah, that's the last review. I guess let us know if you enjoyed this segment. I'm gonna hopefully edit these so you'll be able to see the review somewhere up there. I don't know what you're seeing right now. I'll do that immediately after filming this. Let us know if you want us to keep doing these. We can review some of your Letterboxd reviews if you want to set this in. You have anything to say, Keanu?
Oh yeah, I was gonna say, by all means, if you want your review to be reviewed, send it in, and we'll have a look at it at whatever film we take a look at,
and probably be quite mean to it. But that's the internet.
We'll be ruthlessly honest about our 2 cents on it.
Actually, you know what? I wasn't gonna do this, but let's find Keanu's Letterboxd review for this film, shall we? Let's give this a go.
Okay.
It's okay.
I can't remember.
Let's see what you have to say about it. So, this is Keanu's review. I was completely and utterly caught off guard about how good this movie turned out to be. Oh, this is 4 stars, by the way. An absolutely terrifying, thought-provoking, and extremely entertaining exploration of how malevolent and twisted people can get. And even more frightening, perhaps, how human-like artificial intelligence may become. Absolutely loved Sergey from the start. and Jack Quaid is great as usual, but it was Sophie Thatcher that stole the show, bringing immense sensitivity and badassness to her character. A very impressive debut for Drew Hancock, who I thought leaned much further in the underlying ideas than the film's surface elements. That would make my one minor nitpick about this film. But that barely takes away from anything from what I found to be an amazing mixed genre horror film. That's 4 likes. I think that's a very well written review and much better than mine.
I forgot about Sergey. No, I don't love Sergey because he's a horrible person. All right, I just liked his accent at the start. Okay.
No, we thought he was funny before all the horrifying stuff he did. He's just an eccentric bloke that has Stalin's birthday as his password safe, and that's all there is to it.
And when I say Jack Quaid.
Dennis Quaid,
Dennis Quaid's his dad.
Yeah.
Jack Quaid, when I say he's great as usual, I mean like he always. Well, lately he's been playing the very hateful character, and it does speak volumes to how good an actor can be when they can make an audience hate them.
Yeah, and I gotta say,
definitely didn't dig him at all in this.
And like, you know what, this isn't a cop. I feel like he's actually being typecast in those sorts of roles lately, and you know what, I don't hate him for it. He's doing okay. I think we are gonna leave it there, folks. Let us know what you think. Comment down below. Have a great rest of your day. See you guys.
Cinemaniacs out.